Hello, I am Hombini and I will be taking English for class 3, okay? Today's topic will be chapter 11, that is Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. So this is a very interesting story and we will learn about Ali Baba and all about his adventure, okay? Okay, now after reading the story, what we are going to learn is I've told you that we are going to learn the adventure of Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. We will also learn some spellings. We will also try to identify words that have silent words, okay? That have silent letters in them, alright? Now we will read the story first, okay? Students, so this is all about Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, okay? Ali Baba, he was a poor man who sells firewood and earn his livelihood. See, here is Ali Baba cutting down the woods in order to sell them and bring food for their family, right? He is a poor man, so he sells the firewood in order to sustain his family. So, one day, what he saw in the jungle was, since he is a person who sells firewood, he need the woods, right? So he went to the jungle to cut down the trees, to cut down firewood. But what he saw 40 thieves entering a cave. But before entering, the thieves were saying something. Ali Baba heard the thieves saying, "Open sesame." See, when the thief said open sesame, the cave of the door opened automatically. So Ali Baba was very curious. He was very surprised. So he wanted to see what was inside. See, we all want to know, right? What is inside. So Ali Baba went and did the same thing like the thieves. He went and said the same word. He said, "Open sesame." So when Ali Baba said the word, the door opened. The door opened, so he went inside. Okay? Ali Baba went inside. And what he saw there was lots of gold. See, there were a lot of gold inside the cave. Gold, jewelries. There were many valuable gems and there were so much treasure. So he was very shocked but very happy because he's a poor man, right? So he took as many gold as he can. He took many inside his bag and went home. Okay, and when he went home, he asked his wife to borrow a scale from his brother Kisam's place. See, a scale is we also call it bala, right? He asked his wife to go and borrow scale from his brother Kisam's place. Kisam is the brother of Ali Baba, okay? So when his wife went to Kisam's place in order to borrow a scale, the wife of Kisam applied a butter on the scale to see what they are scaling. See, the wife of Kisam was very cunning. She wanted to know what they are going to scale. So what she did was she applied butter, okay? She applied butter on the scale so that while they were scaling, it will get stuck on the scale, okay? So she applied butter and gave it to Ali Baba's wife. And when Ali Baba's wife came and returned the scale, she found some little bit of gold on the scale. So now Kisam and his wife knew that Ali Baba, they have gold in their home and they were scaling that. So see, when Gisam found out about the gold, Ali Baba was compelled to tell him. That means Ali Baba have no other option but have to tell Gisam about the treasure in the cave, right? Because Gisam was asking him where he got the gold and all. So Ali Baba told him that he found the gold in the cave in a jungle, okay? So Gisam now, he is a greedy man. He wanted to know he wanted to have gold like Ali Baba, right? So he went, he was excited, okay? And he was very happy that he's going to have lots of gold like Ali Baba. So he went to get gold. But see, he forgot the words to get out. So when Kisam went inside the cave and took the gold, while he was coming out, he forgot the word. He forgot the words, the magical words, while coming out. See, the door is shut, right? And the door needs to be open in order to go out, right? But Kisam forgot the word, so he cannot get out. And soon the thief returned and saw Kisam, and they killed him. See, Kisam, he was gathering many golds, but since he forgot the words, he was trying to get out, but he could not. But the thieves, the 40 thieves, came and saw Kisam stealing the gold, right? So they were very angry with Kisam and they killed him. They killed him and they left the body inside the cave, okay? So Kisam went to take the gold, but he could not come out. So the thieves came and killed him, and now his body is left inside the cave, okay? So one day, Ali Baba, when Kisam did not return, so Ali Baba went in search of him, okay? So when Ali Baba went inside the cave, he saw that Kisam body was lying there on the floor. See, Ali Baba was very sad, and he took Kisam body and buried it, okay? Ali Baba took Kisam body and he buried it. And see, the thief, they came, when Ali Baba took the body, the thief came, okay? The thief came after Ali Baba left, okay? The thief came and they saw that the body was missing. When the body was missing, they knew that there was someone who came inside the cave and took the body. See, there must be someone, right? Someone who took the body. So the thief were thinking, who could that person be? And the thief, they were very scared. They were very, they were hiding the gold, right? But now they know that someone already know their secret. So the thieves wanted to know who this person is, okay? See, the thief found out that finally it was Ali Baba. And so they marked his door with cross. See, the thieves were searching who that person was, right? So when the thief came to know that it was Ali Baba who came inside the cave and took the body, the thief went and put a mark. See, put a mark on Ali Baba's door. See, they put a cross mark on Ali Baba's door so that the next day when they come, at night if they come, they will see the cross mark and they will know that it is Ali Baba's house, and they will go inside and kill him. So they marked the door during the daytime and the thief went away, okay? But while this thief was putting a cross mark on Ali Baba's door, Ali Baba's servant saw the thief putting a mark. Now, Ali Baba's servant was very smart, okay? She was very smart. So, she was very smart and clever, so she put a cross mark in all the houses in the villages, okay? She wanted to confuse the thieves, see? So she went and put a cross mark in all the house so that when the thief comes, they will see the cross mark everywhere and they will not know which is Ali Baba's house, okay? Now, next, see, the captain of the thieves hid his men in oil jars and pretending to be a weary traveler took shelter at Ali Baba's house. See, this is a jar and it is an oil jar, okay? Earlier, people used to store oil in this jar. So, the captain of the thieves, among the 40 thieves, there is a captain, okay? So the captain, he hid his men inside this jar, okay? And they went searching. The captain pretended like he's selling oil, and they went searching for Ali Baba in the village. And when they came across Ali Baba's house, they went inside and took shelter, okay? Ali Baba was very kind and he gave shelter to them. Ali Baba at first did not know that there are thieves hiding inside the jar, okay? Now, in the evening, the captain and Ali Baba and his wife, they were having dinner, okay? In the evening, while they were having dinner, it is already dark, right? So, and the lights went off. See, the lights went off and and in order to light a candle, earlier they used oil, right? So, they needed oil. So, his wife, Ali Baba's wife, she went in search of oil. Okay, she thought that since this is an oil jar, maybe there will be oil. So I will take out some in order to light a candle. So light the lamp. So she went and opened the lid, but she found out that there was no oil, but the thieves were hiding inside the jar. So what she did was she boiled some oil. She took some oil from her own jar, and she boiled it and made it so hot, and without making a sound, she poured inside the jar where the thieves were hiding. See? The thieves were hiding in this jar, right? And Ali Baba's wife, she poured the oil, and see, she poured hot oil in the jars, killing the thieves. Since the oil was very hot, the thieves inside the jar, they all died there. And the captain, the captain was left alone. And the captain, when he knew that his men were all killed, he fled. See, he ran away, and Ali Baba is now saved. Okay. It's very interesting, right? Ali Baba, he is his smart servant and his smart wife helped him from the thieves, right? He was very smart. See, he was not very greedy like Kisam, who went again and took as many gold, but he was forgetful, right? So he forgot the words and could not come out. But Ali Baba was very smart, and because of his smart act and because of his wife and servant's smart and clever act, he was safe, and now he is a rich man. Okay, so this is all about Ali Baba. Okay, the story of Ali Baba, who was a poor person but became a rich person at last. Okay, so this is the story, and after reading the story in the text, I hope you all have come across many new meanings, right? Some meanings are very hard to understand, right? So we will learn those meanings, okay? The first is suspicious. We will all spell together suspicious. S-U-S-P-I-C-I-O-U-S. Suspicious. Suspicious means in doubt. That is doubting, right? Confused, doubt. That is suspicious, okay? Now the second is compelled. C-O-M-B-E-L-L-E-D. Compelled. That means forced to, right? When someone forced us to do something, that means we are compelled. We have no other option but to do that. Okay, that means compelled. Now next is confused. C-O-N-F-U-S-E. Confused. Confused means mistake one for another. Okay, when sometimes we get confused, and instead of putting something here, we put here, right? That is confused. Okay, making mistakes. Now next is weary. W-E-A-R-Y. Weary. Weary means very tired. Okay, when you work for a long time, you get weary. That means you get tired. Okay, that is the meaning of weary. Now next is fled. F-L-E-D. Fled. Fled means run away. In the story, the captain at last fled, right? He ran away, right? So that is it. Okay. Now we have learned the word meaning. Now we will learn some very interesting words, okay? These words are silent words. What are silent words? Silent words are not the words that we don't say though, but are those words that remain silent in a particular word, okay? The letters, see, here are some few examples of a silent words that I've given. In knife, see, K-N-I-F-E. We have K here, right? But while pronouncing, we say knife, right? See, if I block this K, I can also say it N-I-F-E, knife, right? But without this K, it is incomplete. So, this is a silent word in the knife, okay? K is a silent word. So, knife. Now, next is honest. See, in honest, I don't say honest, right? I say honest. So, it is, H is a silent word in honest. Now, next is wrist. Wrist, in wrist, I don't say, I don't pronounce this, right? I I don't pronounce in wrist. I don't say the word W, right? So I just say RIST, wrist, right? So W is a silent word in wrist. Now next is doubt. In doubt, I don't say B, right? DOU. B remains silent. And T, doubt, right? So B is a silent word in doubt. Now need. In need, see, if I cover this N-I-T, need, right? But without this K, the spelling will be wrong. So in need, K is a silent word, okay? Now there are many silent words. Here are some few examples that I have given out. See, the silent word H. See, in what? W-H-A-T. The spelling is W-H-A-T. What, right? But H is silent, right? H is silent, and instead of saying what, we say what, right? So H is a silent word, okay? What. Now when, in the word when, it is spelled as W-H-E-N, when, right? But we don't say when, right? We say when. So H is a silent word. Just like that, here the H will remain silent, okay? Now next is T. In this fasten, castle, we don't say castle, right? We say castle. In watch, we don't say watch, right? The T will remain silent, okay? We don't say W. It is spelled as W-A-T-C-H, watch, right? But we don't say watch, right? We say watch. So T will remain silent, okay? Here in this column, the T will be silent, okay? So T is a silent letter in this column. Now next is K. In the K column, the K, all the K's will remain silent, okay? See, in knife, earlier I've told you the K is silent. It is pronounced as knife. In knee, see, K-N-E-E. It is spelled K-N-E-E. But while pronouncing, we only say knee, right? N-E-E will be pronounced. K will be silent, okay? So in this column, all the K will be silent. Here, yeah, we will act like this smiley face is not here, okay? Here will be the silent word B. So in this column, all the silent word will be B, okay? So in climbing, see, we don't say climbing, right? We say climbing. C-L-I-M-B will remain silent, and I-N-G, right? Climbing, we say only climbing, right? See, in comb also, we don't say comb, right? We say comb. So the B will remain silent. Now next is the silent letter L. See, in almond, we don't say almond, right? The L will remain silent, and we only say almond, right? Almond. Now next is balm. We don't say balm, right? The L remains silent. It will be only balm. See, in this column, all the L will remain silent. Now next is silent letter W. See, in this column, I have given the words where the W will remain silent. Okay, see, in wrestling, we say wrestling, right? We don't say wrestling, right? W will remain silent, and it will be only wrestling, okay? The spelling will be W-R-E-S-T-L-I-N-G, but it will be pronounced as wrestling, okay? Now next is wrinkle. See, in wrinkle, there is W, right? It starts with W, right? But we only pronounce it as wrinkle, right? We don't say wrinkle, we say wrinkle. So that is it, okay? In sword also, S-W-O-R-D, sword. The W is there, but we don't say sword, right? We only say sword. So the W remains silent, okay? And see here, wrong also, sometimes we say wrong, right? W, sometimes we tend to say along with W, right? But it is wrong, okay? W will remain silent, and it will be said as wrong, all right? So these are some few letters where the W will remain silent, okay? Now, I hope you all have understood what a silent letter is, right? You can pause the video and you can go through this, all right? Now, this will be the end for our today's class, but let's go a quick revision before we wind up, okay? Now, what did we learn today? See, we have learned the adventure story of Ali Baba and the 40 thieves, right? We have learned a very interesting story about Ali Baba, right? The old poor man who became rich, right? We have also learned some new meanings, right? Like suspicious, wary, and all, right? We have learned all the some new meanings, right? I hope you all have understood something. Now we have also learned a very interesting words that are the silent words, right? Those words that remain silent in a word, okay? Those letters that remain silent in a word, right? We have also learned those, right? I hope you have understood what the silent words are, right? Today's topic was very interesting, I hope. So this will be end for today's class, and we will meet in the next class. Thank you.